We bought two Datsuns 280Cs. This one is 1976, 77, sorry, and that one is 76. They are literally rust buckets, but that's what we do. The goal is to turn them into something cool. This one has a possible engine that I can recover. Seems to be capable of turning, but um, it's not running. This wheel is frozen and it's just not moving. Been beating it for the past hour and a half. No signs of movement. Interior is pretty beat up. It smells like shit. Dash is all cracked. Obviously, 30 years of trash, but it has good potential. Walker panels are pretty beat up. Rust everywhere, but I'm not scared. I'm gonna fix it. And the engine, see if it opens. It didn't want to open earlier. Here we go. Most of it is there, and not much rust as I would expect on the battery area. There's some out there as you can see through the walls, and regular surface rust. We'll get to it. I might swap it. I might run it. I'm not sure. The prior C that I have, it's in like a rush. It's 280 CX 79. This one has a 350C engine, the VQ 35 with the turbo, and that one is my daily. So I really like that engine. It has a 6-speed manual, the original from the VQ, and it works just fine. The length is kind of perfect for the 280C, and the whole setup was quite easy to drop in, to be honest. So I might do that for this model. I'm not sure the dimensions of it, but I bet they're probably similar to the 280CX. If somebody knows, please let me know. I haven't tried anything of the electrical. We just got this Datsuns yesterday night, so this is the first day that we are inspecting them. I don't think there's much more to tell about this one. Pretty complete overall, I would say. Now, this one right here, it's a little more beat up in the front. All the tires are slashed or trashed. I feel like the paint job makes it look worse than what it is, but I think body panels are better than the green one. Interior, well, this door I cannot open it. You cannot open the trunk. I think I can open this door. There you go. Interior is in worse conditions than the other one. I'm gonna have to tear up the carpet to find out what's underneath, what's the damage that I'm gonna have to fix with respect to rust. In my original 280CX, there was so much rust on the floorboards, and these are unibodies. So when I was trying to fix my unibody, let me see if I can get you guys down there. And this one is the same as my old 280CX, where the unibody stamped metal was pretty much corroded to the point that it doesn't exist. So I had to make my own how do you say, rails under the car to kind of keep it sturdy. This one has the vent seats, which I think they look really cool. We might try to save these seats. Oh shit, maybe not. We'll see. In interior rust on the back. Usually they rust pretty bad on the wheel. Yep, that's what I was expecting. And right under the window, the camera doesn't help, but they always rust on those corners too, so water leaks in that way. There's a lot of work to do still. Very dirty. Haven't messed with that engine. I know it's there, but I haven't even turned it. We'll find out more about that later. Let me take you to the 280CX to kind of give you some idea of the things that I've done on that one to kind of bring it back from the death of rust. Rust was so bad on this one. So well, right now everything that you see pretty much black on POR. Sorry for the mess. I haven't even cleaned it for this video. This is just the first video that I'm making about this Datsuns, because I was trying to put it online for people to see. So this one had, just like the other two, had fully corroded rockers. They have been replaced with sheets of metal, just like that one. I forgot, that's I think 14 gauge. I've gone thinner on my repairs. That's just for something else. But I've repaired that this panels. This one is corroding already again. But I repaired pretty much the rocker panels and the fender wells on the lower side, and even the inner side of the fender wells. I repaired those through the years. This Datsun is almost 6 years old, so everything that I had repaired is already rusting again. The doors were trash back then. This fender well was also pretty trash. You can see that. Let's try to open it up. Here's the VQ that I was talking about with a little turbo. This is just to protect from rubbing. But yeah, this engine became turbo just for the hell of it. It was a challenge for my teammates back when I used to work for Cummins. So we ended up putting it in there, and pretty cheaply. Everything that I make is pretty cheap, as you will see. I like to build stuff, but cheap and actually reliable. This is my daily driver. I drive this every day literally to work, and it's pretty bomb proof. I beat the hell out of it and it just continues running. This one suffers a lot from rust around that area. You can see it's been repaired multiple times. That electrical part comes from the original harness of the 350C. If I do another 350C swap, it will probably be the same, where I got the electrical harness from the engine. I kind of transferred it to the new body. At the same time, I'll probably keep the original harness from the body, so I can do lights and windshield wipers, etc. This has a pretty much homemade bumper that I did, because the original came forward way too much. I didn't like it. This is an air dam that I found on eBay. It's been destroyed so many times because I used to take this car drifting in the snow. You can see all the rivets with metal plates in the back to kind of let it keep some original shape so I can mount it and still reuse it. Like I said, everything I make is so cheap. I didn't want to buy a new one because I'm gonna send it anyway and break it again. The fender wheels kind of make it look cool because the tires are a little bit wider than the original. Plus it's wearing spacers, so kind of pushes the wheels out. This one has a broken rim. Again, drifting in the snow. Somehow still holding air. But yeah, my rust bucket, it's been fun. The interior has been slightly modified. As you can see, there's a dash. The original dash was gone when I bought this car. And I put a big wrench in there to use it as a hydraulic brake for the rear wheels. It kind of helps to break them loose. I'm not a drifter at all, but I just do like to drift the car sideways in the turns and just power through. Oh, you can see this one has a fan here with a fan shroud that I made. These are lines going to the engine to bring some heat into the cabin during winter, and it works perfect to keep me warm. The steering, you can remove it because the car doesn't lock. All the locks are broken, so there ain't much I can do to lock the car when I go into the public. So I just take the steering wheel with me. It's really hard for somebody to steal my car in that way. The center console, the dash, you can see it's from the Nissan 350C. It's all connected with the original harness that I'm hiding behind this aluminum dash. Trying to reuse the original gauges, plus the air to fuel ratio gauge, just so I don't blow up the engine with the turbo that I put in there. It barely makes any boost. I have a little gauge here with a hose connected to the back, just so I could, during the first days when I mounted the turbo, I wanted to see how much boost it was making. It has a wastegate, I think, that opens at 7 psi, but I barely ever make it there. I think it runs mainly in about three pounds of boost, which ain't much. It's just more for the noise and bragging rights of telling my friends that I put a turbo on that thing for $400, everything included. This is the rear brakes that they're tapped in series in the line. So the original line that goes to the back wheels, I kind of spliced it, put this device in between. So now when we engage the brakes, it only engages the line from this point back. So it engages the back wheels. That way I don't have to have two calipers or two sets of brakes in the back with two different lines going in. I wanted to keep it simple. Yeah, that's pretty much it with the interior. It has a roll cage, super rugged, as you can tell. It just gives me a sense of safety because the car still has the original brakes, the original steering. The suspension is cheap eBay stuff, and this kind of gives me a sense of security, even though it may not do much. I should have tried harder when I build them. I just plasma cut that and slapped it in there. Didn't even try to grind it look pretty. I just sand it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully this 280 CX, which was the original prototype, you can see I fabricated my bike rack. I love mountain biking, and this is my daily, so it has to have a rack. Hopefully this helped me learn what I'm gonna need for those 280Cs that I got outside now. So excited to see what we're gonna build out of them. My friends have been telling me to make this one a safari, so I'm probably gonna race it, put some bigger wheels. I would like to put on the BF Goodrich KO2s. I'm not sure what fits in there. I'm gonna guess 29-inch wheels, maybe 30 pushing, and lifting the suspension may not be easy neither, because I don't think they make many options of coilovers for these cars that I could extend high. Most of them are for low performance and kind of drop down the vehicle. We'll see. I ain't scared. I'll figure it out. A lot of rust that I have to repair, just like in my old Datsun. Again, I ain't scared. I'm gonna send it. Yeah, super excited. Let me know what you guys think. What can I do with this? I'm not experienced with this model. Like I said, I have experience with the 280CX, not much with the 280Z. So I'm still learning. Probably gonna do some research to try to see what's inside of this drum, what's the mechanism, so maybe I can cut it with a grinder and not make any damage to the internals, because I cannot get it out. I've been just beating it. As you can see, the broken fins, the cooling fins, just beating it hard, trying to remove it, showing some signs of movement, that little rust build up on the threads. But damn, I just spent an hour lubing it, hammering it, prying it. Can't get it out. I think it's solid. It's stuck in there. The prior owner, actually the owner before the owner that I bought, so 2 owners ago, had this vehicle sit on the ground, I believe, with no wheels. So I think a lot of sand went in there. You can see the sand that I dragged that car, tried to break loose a wheel, no luck. But you can see all the sand that came out of it. This was inside of that brake drum. Super corroded, super packed with sand. It's all fused. It has to probably be cut or heated up really hard. I've been told that if it's liquid, it can be stuck. So we'll see what we can do with it. All right, everybody, stay tuned. We'll put a lot more videos, do some crazy shit with this car. We're still not sure what's gonna be its future. It might become a safari type. It might become a drift kind of style like my 280CX. We don't know yet. Gotta learn first, gotta make it somehow functional. At least gotta break that wheel that is frozen, see if I can crank this engine, make sure the electrical works, see if the steering works. So much more to the basics that need to be fixed before we even attempt to do anything. Well, thanks everybody. Have a great day.